Back here with Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair for more trial. This one's been okay so far. It's just been a little, like, awkward phrasings, and they're dealing with a fairly complex structure of the building, and they're not using the words good to explain what they're meaning all these times. So I'm like not always 100% on what they're trying to get across, what I'm trying to contradict or otherwise. But especially when I'm trying to contradict, I half the time I don't really understand what the contradiction I'm making is. Also, Fihiko, what's with the tone? He's saying no idea to Chiaki, who's again been nothing but useful. This mystery ties into the secret of the funhouse, but we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. Then the only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has those clues.
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Determine? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen to him?
How do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
Is there any reason you wouldn't just say, it's because I went to the final dead room? You performed the appropriate act? Why?
I see.
The fuck are they making me say this?
You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
This
That's
game
right.
is a menace.
The hint is what I saw after I cleared it.
Dude.
In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete.
They must have been on that good shit when they wrote this game. Like, they must have been tripped out.
And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you. At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
Lucky student indeed.
Picture.
Yep.
Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner pocket. Sorry, that tripped me out because it's still showing Nagito on the left-hand side of the screen. Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner
See?
pocket.
This is
Well,
it.
you still had one from the final dead room, right? As he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture. Or is that the opportune time you meant?
Let me explain it to you again. I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird?
It looks
If
like
the
we're up
funhouse's
high.
structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this
Then
picture.
let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
You could just call it a hangman's gambit like it's gonna be. Or maybe not. What doesn't make sense in this picture? The trees, I guess.
Here!
The fact that we're high up.
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the
Again,
final dead room, right?
they're trying to make it as tedious as possible because they can't decide whether first floor means above the ground floor or ground floor. But in this case, I'm pretty sure they meant ground floor. They changed it again.
If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
I see. And is that it?
Nagito said there's lots of things that don't make sense in this photo, which means there are other contradictions contained in it. Hang on, before you time me, the other thing, though, I assume the only other signifying thing is this tower over here. Hang on, can I see the map real quick? Of course not. The final dead room was across from the Strawberry House elevator, right? The elevator was behind, and the tower to the left, going that way, not going ahead. Oh, I guess we don't know what angle we're in here. No, actually, I don't know what we're saying here. We would expect the sky to look like this because we're pretty sure that would have been daytime. I guess I'll just point at the tower.
It's the tower, right? There's only one tower in the picture. That's what we've been thinking all along. Which means it's not unnatural at all, don't you agree? Everyone's staring. Looks like I just made a fool of myself in front of everyone.
The hallway. Oh, that also counts as the tower. Okay. Hang on a minute. Well, I'll just try the sky next, I guess.
Crap!
Can I focus during this, by the way? No. The sky is so unnatural. It should have been nighttime, obviously.
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was,
Oh, we should be looking east and see the sun?
Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle, which means if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it.
Okay, that should have been from clicking the tower, though, right? Not the sky over there. Yo, someone need to hook me up with their weed dealer.
But in this photo, I don't see.
Oh, well,
anything
you know,
behind
actually,
the
I kind of see where you're going with that.
shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
That's right.
If it was a big, wide building, you would see it from there.
In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
So in that case, it sounds more like the funhouse is... The elevator turns 180 degrees, doesn't move at all, and so it's just these two buildings on the opposite sides with the towers going like this. So they are two towers, but the floor goes between them like an elevator. In which case, I don't know why he was like, they're not two towers, so I guess I'm wrong about that.
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me,
We did not meet with the requirements because we didn't play the game. We just got the reward.
if you guys are
Your words don't make sense. You don't understand what words mean.
you can easily solve a simple mystery like this. It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student. Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
The other clue? Is he talking about that one time?
The time where Nagito moved between towers. Or buildings.
Why, hello there, Hajime. Nagito? Why are you here? Because I showed up. You showed up? How did you even come here? Maybe I teleported.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking
Wouldn't
you
that have been a
just
time to
for
make
a
me
second.
pick?
At the time,
Nagito's
where do you
appearance?
think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already.
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
Was that thing just now from another hint to figuring out the mystery behind the funhouse's structure? The reason Nagito appeared from the third floor.
Oh, I see. The Grape House is on top of this one or something? Well, no, that doesn't really make sense. So the elevator is an actual elevator?
Using the photo we took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it.
All right, let's do this. I have no idea. Oh, it's a snowboarding one. Good. These ones are nice and easy. So it doesn't even really matter if I get it wrong. Thank goodness. What's that at the bottom left? Is that new or is that my imagination? I don't think I've ever seen that thing before. Who cares? Jump! Oh no. The obstacles. They're coming so fast. Whatever shall I do? Oh no, I hit one. My time and my life. It's all going down. Oh no. I'm gonna be in such trouble before the end of this. The Strawberry House and Grape Tower both exist. Grape House both exist. I mean, they exist. I'm fairly confident they both exist. I mean, maybe not outside of a simulation. Oh no, the obstacle, it hit me. I'm gonna be in so much trouble. Oh no. Not another obstacle. If only I had enough life to survive this. Oh no, I hit another one. Sorry. Okay. I'll stop messing around. A little. Question 2. Are Strawberry House and Grape House the same building or two different buildings? They are the same building. I think it is fair to say. And the final question draws nigh. Boing. Boing. I shouldn't be going this fast. Oh no. My time, whatever shall I do? Sorry, where were we? Alright, just gotta slow down a minute because it suddenly starts going. Ah! Okay, no more boosting. Sorry. Just go at the slowest, most boring pace possible. Sorry, game. I was trying to inject some excitement into this. You want me to go slow. I understand. Wait, huh? No, how would you do that? Wait, I was talking smack, but now I'm confused. This is new. They've never had us do this. Wait, is there some secret mechanic I don't know about? All we have is break, right? So if I guess I just have to break before the zoomy? Or do I, oh wait, hang on. What if I just jump over the boost? Okay, it's like that. I see, sorry. Oh my god, I almost had to think there. That was scary. How are Strawberry House and Grape positioned with each other vertically? One's on top of the other. Yay.
It's all coming together.
Don't know why the elevator needs to rotate then.
Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House.
Above it or below it. Presumably below
Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building.
Well, I guess we have no idea of knowing whether it's above or below.
Same building, different floors?
Then
Second floor
the
basement.
two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
So genuine question, what was with them saying the towers aren't the same building or the two different buildings if the solution is the towers are the same building? Just could we say some words that mean things? Please. Would it be possible? I don't feel like I'm asking the world here. Where Strawberry House is located, above? I don't know, wait, why do we know that?
On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was
because otherwise the first floor would be in the trees.
Altogether,
Point
this
taken.
means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
No, the 4th floor of Grape House, not the 4th floor above Grape House. That makes it sound like 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, snap. I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
Wasn't one of the things I thought of
What
either.
about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
I mean, we don't know what they look like from the outside.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And it worked, didn't it?
I feel like we didn't perceive it because we thought we were told the elevator went sideways. Isn't that the thing that they did to misdirect us? Not the shape, because...
Disregarding the tower, we fully believe the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
And so the trap door we found is going from the first floor of Strawberry House down to the top of Grape House. Presumably it drops into the archive.
Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
So the tower moves up and down though, right?
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House, Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
It's also interesting because they were talking about, they were all like, Monokuma modified the building a bit, but he didn't design it originally. But it's definitely, like, designed like a funhouse, but it doesn't look like a funhouse from the outside. It looks like a creepy industrial building, all the brickwork.
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
Oh, definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
Maybe if you just did it instead of talking about it. File 4, wire, goodnight button, tripped over pillar, chain, broken doorknob, strange feeling in tower. I'll just hang on to this, but I don't know which one's going to be relevant. Sorry, I lost a lot of health from slamming and stuff, so let me just fix it. I eagerly await the day. Know your limits.
Hurry up, dumbass!
Oh, it takes a chunk out of it to
bodies in one
start
of the
that.
towers was actually a dummy.
I disagree,
You mean a fake body?
but dummy is orange.
Nekomaru
That's
died
what he
with a
pleased us me.
mechanical body.
Mechanical body is
It
orange.
should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
Mayhaps. Seems unlikely the rest of it would all be exactly the same, though. Were there any
You're
parts at all?
magnificent, Gundam!
No fair, you totally stole my spotlight.
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up, just pick one of them.
I think the tower probably is an elevator. Okay, so dummy and mechanical body. I don't think there are two bodies, because the point was that they couldn't have made the oil match exactly on both places. That was the whole thing we just said, so that's ridiculous. I assume the tower moves up and down. Oh my god, I thought it was gonna crash. I already forget which ones we had. But I'm either just disproving dummy or mechanical body. I guess it's dummy that I'm disproving, right? How would I disprove that with any of this? I suppose we haven't used the Monokuma file yet. But it's another one of those situations where, like, the suggestion that they made everything look exactly the same in both rooms is so absurd that I'm not even sure I'm right, that that's what they're saying. I still don't understand why the elevator would have to spin 180 degrees if they're stacked on top of each other like that. Is it the... Do I have the doorknob? Am I supposed to say that? The doorknob... We found the doorknob in Grape Tower or wherever? It doesn't actually say that here. The dummy of Nekomaru's body existed? Does that mean the killer prepared it in advance? But is something like that even possible? It couldn't be prepared in advance because of the clock? Is that what we're trying to get at? I just gotta see which ones I have, I'm afraid.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Yes, sorry, hush for one moment, please, if you would. I just want to get my health back and then write down all the ones we have again, because I can't keep it all in one mind. Well, it's not that I can I have to disprove dummy is the thing. Okay, so it's not like I can use the doorknob. Well, maybe that just proves that it's the same body because it was the same room. I don't know, hang on. Although, again, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to shoot dummy, so I could probably just try all 7 on it. So to be clear, Kazuichi said it was a dummy. Golly, your
Was
hamsters.
actually a dummy.
Our dummy's tasty.
Mechanical
He said
body.
mechanical
Should be
body.
possible to-
So I can either disprove that his body was actually mechanical at this point, which I feel like that's pretty hard to do. Or I can disprove that it was a dummy. I assume we're getting rid of the dummy. I'm either doing that with the chain, the doorknob. The thing about the chain and the doorknob is they basically would prove the same thing in this instance. So I assume it can't be either of them. And also I tried it earlier and they were all like, that doesn't make sense there. The strange feeling in the tower, aside from the fact that we've already used it once or twice. Maybe I could just say it again because we're saying everything looked exactly the same to the point that it would be impossible to replicate. Because that was basically to solve with the oil. Oh, well, am I supposed to say that they wouldn't have tipped both pillars? Well, that doesn't disprove there's a dummy though. I mean, it would get around to disproving the dummy because I'm pretty convinced that this is one thing that goes up and down, and that's what you're waiting for when you close the door, is that for this thing to move up or down. And if we could prove that, then the dummy thing would go away almost instantly. But they want me to disprove there was a dummy first and then get to the proving the elevator theory, I think. You know what, I've just spent too long on this. I don't care that much. Let's just shoot everything into dummy.
Dummy.
You're not making any sense. If you got something to say, just say it.
Dummy.
I didn't come anywhere close to those purple words, and don't even pretend.
Dummy. Dummy. Dummy.
Strange feeling is what I was supposed to put there. Are we just gonna get... I don't know when I'm jumping ahead of them, or when I'm making the solve they want me to make.
By Kazuichi's account.
Which I will demonstrate to you with the strange feeling for some reason.
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said...
Not just that, the parts that I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body all moved too.
Oh, I see what you're saying. The theoretical magic person who could have magically made the scene look exactly the same without knowing how it would all unfold wasn't able to magically know how Kazuichi would move the tools. Makes sense. I mean, no, seriously though, what sense does that make? The argument is, well, they would have had to predict how Kazuichi... What? The argument is they would have had to predict how Kazuichi would have moved the tool, moved his parts. And they couldn't do that. I don't understand. Because we're not saying it was... If we're saying that there's a dummy, we're saying it was Monokuma. Because none of us brought anything into the building. And we didn't get anything from the... We didn't find a whole-ass second Nekomaru in the Evil Dead room. Obviously. So the only way the argument that someone made the other tower look the same makes sense is if you assume they did so with the tools on hand. And if you're saying that, you're saying it was Monokuma because you're saying they saw how the killer killed Nekomaru in this place and then rushed to replicate it. And if that's true, then they could also have waited and seen how Kazuichi messed with the parts and replicated it before we went to the other tower. So I have no idea what is being said here at all. But what they're trying to say is that since Kazuichi did this after the murder, whoever was magically moving things with magic wouldn't have been able to replicate the parts he left around. But I don't understand this point whatsoever.
Right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Right, but the killer also couldn't have known anything else about how the crime scene would end up. Like, if what you're saying is, I guess my point is, not all of us were in the same place at the same time while Kazuichi was doing that. I think what they're trying to get at is that since Kazuichi was working on disassembling the bits from Nekomaru right up until going and fixing the strawberry door, and that happened fairly quickly, they wouldn't have had time, the killer, to run up all through the whole building and change Nekomaru's body to look like the one down there. But if we're applying realism there, then we have to apply the same measure of realism and say that there's no way they could have made the oil stains match precisely, for one thing. I mean, the dummy theory was unrealistic from the start anyway.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking, right?
It's all right. Kazuichi is not the killer. If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall.
What do you mean? If he was the killer and he said, no, I can't fix those for you, as the ultimate mechanic, wouldn't we have been pretty suspicious then?
It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
I'm even more disappointed.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
Like, I guess they're saying Kazuichi would have just said, sorry, I can't do it, but I wouldn't have believed that.
Nekomaru's body was
That would make it look so suspicious.
Even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Well, I mean, I guess that's what they're... No, yeah, I would have instantly thought he was the killer if he did that, so... Saying that he can't be the killer because he didn't do that, I don't know.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
A device like that? A device that transports things to different floors in the same building? I feel like I've seen that before. All right, let's do this.
Elevator. Cool. This should be an easy one. Oh, that was behind the scoreboard. Fuck yourself. I couldn't see that. Come back here, you rascally little thing.
I got it!
Anytime. Thank you.
You must be talking about an elevator.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower? And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What
It's
does
fine.
everything that hasn't changed have in common?
The things that didn't change when we moved between the two towers. That includes the body, the pillar, and the oil. We've been talking about that stuff for a while now. There shouldn't be anything strange about them, not even the fact that they all moved with the elevator. The one thing these all have in common... I mean, they're all on the floor, I guess? Yeah, I can agree with that.
Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
And?
And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
There's something unique about that elevator?
It's enormous circle. You can only enter one side at a time. Only the floor. Well, yeah, I guess.
So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
I mean, how could it be anywhere other
Which
way?
means the whole room wasn't an elevator.
We were all
Only
like,
the floor was.
it's so tall, I can't see the ceiling. How could you
That's why we
possibly
saw
move such a
different doors in each
tall
tower.
building? That room.
Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Hence why the doorknob broke off
Just
rather
for
than
show.
open.
Why was something like that necessary?
So we'd falsely
To
believe that the doors were
perpetuate the
connected
illusion.
to where their picture signified.
Oh, Nekomaru's got his normal portrait in
It
the,
was actually very
in the
effective.
death portrait. That's nice.
Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
You know what would have solved this?
I don't get it.
If we pounded on the
guess
door
it
like I
means whoever
suggested.
designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Did you hear that, mon ami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
Ew.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep
I have no
us
idea
as
who the killer
far
is
from
anymore, by the
Strawberry
way.
Tower as possible.
Why?
This opens up so many
Because
possibilities.
of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Like you said, I could probably use these parts to repair that button, but seriously, hold on. Even if you do repair the button, what's going to happen to the chain on the other side of the door? Chain? The door that leads to Strawberry Hall has a chain wrapped around the doorknob. Even if you fix the button on the Strawberry Hall side, the door won't open as long as that chain is there. You don't need to worry about that at all.
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that.
Yeah, I got it.
That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry
I already
Tower.
forgot what we were talking about before that now. Damn.
They destroyed the button
Chatterbox.
and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
I see. Now that you mention it, I completely forgot about that matter.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
I agree. What does this mean? If the two houses are connected vertically, the position of the tower should be the same in both houses. But in fact, when my back was facing the elevator in Grape House, the tower was on my right. And when my back was facing the elevator in Strawberry House, the tower was on my left. How can I break through this contradiction?
I don't know. Let's find out. Sorry, Akana's account, Fihiko's account, contact elevator, not go send experience. Well, Kazumichi's account is the compass, but I don't understand how
The two houses are connected
how the
vertically.
structure is, but I guess this is
The
it.
elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Opposite directions is
Which
covered with
means
noise,
your
which usually means
reasoning-
it's the one you're supposed to shoot.
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
A comedy duo. Or I'll just try shooting the Kazuichi thing into
The two
what Sonya
houses
said
The
there.
opposite directions.
Not that.
I assure you, when the elevator is behind you, each tower exists in opposite directions. Ultimately, your back is getting scorched.
Right. Sorry, I figured I'd just
The
try
two
that
houses are
without
connected
thinking, because I
vertically.
have a habit of overthinking these, and now I'll actually check all these things. So this first act is going to be mostly about the structure of the building, and then we're going to get into the stuff with the clocks. In the second half, you have to imagine, okay, so what were Akane and Fihiko's accounts? Fihiko's was that he saw Nekomaru go to Strawberry House. I doubt it's that. Pretty sure heard the rumbling noise. Okay, doubt those are anything. I mean, again, there's a limited number of things to try here. Or maybe Kazuichi's account means I can disprove vertically, and it's not actually how the building is shaped. 2 seconds.
However, at both
I mean, I didn't
houses,
touch the purple.
Vertically, not horizontally.
That was the thing to put there. No sound effect was required for that, apparently.
The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Oh, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees.
Thanks, screen, for flipping as you said that.
It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side.
Okay, there's no way you wouldn't feel that. That's some premium tier horse shit, if that is actually how it is. Going on a rail of that strange a designation around the entire building? This is not a small building, and this takes like 10 seconds to do.
Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House.
By the way, that doesn't disprove it moved vertically. It did move vertically. It didn't, but so it should have been just vertically that it was orange there.
Appeared
whatever.
on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an
Without
amusement
you feeling it.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know. And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with. I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff.
Next time on Danganronpa 2, because that's all the time we have for now. Yeah, there are some shenanigans of the highest order in this. Well, not of the highest order. There were some, like, tier 3 shenanigans in this episode. But, I mean, like, I get where they're going. It's like, it's a fun house. The rules are kooky. So, fine. I'll let them have their fun because I have no choice for like the next 3 hours. I reserve the right to be totally world weary and exhausted by the end of it. Either way, that's all for now. The next video on the channel is going to be something very extremely retro that I felt a hankering to play. And you will see what that is, after which is some more Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair, so do look on out for that, where you get to see me roll my eyes a bit more. But that is all for now. Thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I'll see you around. Admiral's gonna be out of here now. Peace! Really behind? You would think that would basically be the same situation, right? Or maybe him being hit this bit. Because we all agreed to follow them, but then just sort of didn't. Earlier, we were all like, we need to follow them from afar, which means going on a different